All right, I'm trying this live again. I just tried and there was no sound, so I'm just gonna wait for someone to pop on here and then I can just double check so that I'm not talking to myself, which is not a bad thing. I do sometimes talk to myself. So, assuming that the sound is on, I'm just gonna try to get started. So I am just going to be doing my Seint Makeup look and see live video. Yes. I'm just going to do my look here. Hello. It shows me that one person is watching. Can you just comment and let me know if you can hear me? I'm thinking it's probably Brooke. Brooke, are you watching? Oh, hi, Dana. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you just comment and tell me if you can hear me? Sorry, this is what happens when you're new at doing lives. I might switch to Instagram if this is not working. Can you guys hear me? Yay! Okay, it's working. Hi, Dana. So I just tried to do a live and it wasn't working, so I'm going to just jump into it now. So I started selling Seint Makeup. Actually, I started using it last summer, and then I just started selling it in December. And I just have become obsessed, like more and more every day. So I just wanted to pop on here because I haven't posted much to my Facebook and I haven't done any lives. So I'm just going to quickly do a little tutorial of how it's used because a lot of people don't know yet and are super interested because this stuff is honestly amazing. So from the beginning, so when you order, you get these little tins. And they're just these little magnetic tins, and I'm just going to show you how they work because I've had some people order lately. Oh, thanks, Dana. So you get the tin, you take off the lid, and then you just pop it into your palette that you order as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the makeup look. So everything that you have for makeup is now in one palette rather than like searching through your makeup bag and all that. I'm just gonna double check that everything's, oh, am I still on there? I just got a text saying that it's not playing properly. Can you guys still hear me? Or is it super delayed? I wonder if it's my connection. Oh, hi, Nicole. It's okay. Like everything's good. Sorry, I'm so not technical. I thought I was decent, but okay, I'm just going to keep talking unless somebody texts me. Can you guys just text me if you have my number and tell me if it's okay? So I am, okay, Facebook Live is perfect. Thank you. Okay, thanks you guys. Okay, good. I've been having some issues here. Maybe it's the other people's connection. So I'm just going to take my buff brush. Seint has the best brushes. These are actually formulated for cream makeup. And then I'm just going to start. I'm going to do things a little bit different because I feel like I do the same type of look every time. So I'm going to do different colors than my normal ones just to see how it kind of turns out. Because let me tell you something about these shades. So this is like an artist palette. You don't need this many unless you get carried away like I did. But when you have this, you just have more options for different looks and stuff. So I'm just going to start with my contour on my buff brush, and I'm going to go down my cheekbone here. So just nice and light. You really don't need a lot on your brush because you're only doing one layer of makeup. This coverage is like so good. And just while I'm thinking of it, a lot of questions that I get are about contour and the bronzer because they're both brown kind of shades, but you don't want to use a contour for a bronzer. You don't want to cheap out and go that route because they're totally different. So one is more ashy and one is going to be like more glowy. And contour has coverage, so when you blend this in, it's going to have coverage, whereas the Bella bronzer doesn't have the coverage. Do I use a primer first? Normally I would. Before I started the video, I did just a moisturizer on my face. You don't need a primer, but I actually don't have it. But what a lot of people do is they have that perfecting sponge or that beauty blotter, whatever else they're called, and they spray the setting spray on it, and then they just dab on their face, and that helps it hold. But I didn't use a primer. I just used moisturizer. So, oh, and feel free to, oh, hi, Katrina, by the way. Feel free to ask questions as I go. I would love to kind of have some direction here if you guys are wondering anything. So this contour that I'm using is called Walnut. Normally I use Astoria, which is this one here, which is really dark. And it even blends out really well because, as you can see, I'm super white, especially in the winter. And to have this dark of a contour, like you would think that that's super crazy and not going to blend in, but it does. This is just, like I said, going for another look. And then I'm just going to grab a skinnier brush so that I can do my nose. And then I'm just going to go down the center. This is just to kind of give the illusion of a thinner nose. And you're going to go down and keep these lines here. I'm going to do it on each side. I'm going to do them quite close together. And that's what's going to draw the eye in, giving the illusion of a skinnier, thinner nose. Obviously, this is like not mandatory. You don't have to do this, but it's just a good look if you want that thinner nose, which when I smile, I feel like my nose goes so much wider. So we're just going to thin this out. A little line here, and then here on the bottom. So that's the contour part. So basically, if you think of it like a 3, and then a 3 on this side, and then you're just going to go down your nose here. So that's going to be it for the contour. So next we'll do, normally I would do the brightening shade, but because I'm just going to try new things here, I'm just going to do my all over color. So I'm just going to go in with the other end of my brush here. This is a Buffy brush, and I'm just going to take the amber. So I can color match you. Just because I color match you, I'm not going to like pester you to purchase anything. If you just want to know what your shades would be, just out of curiosity, or if you are thinking of purchasing and trying, I promise you will love it. You will never go back. So I'm just going to go along here. And with this makeup too, I should mention that it does come, and I should have brought it with me, but it comes with a little card that tells you, it's like a little illustration of where each shade goes. So you would have your 4 main shades. So what's in the starter pack, we call it a starter pack, it's fully customizable, is your 2 highlights. And I'll tell you what these all mean. So your highlights are like your, yeah, this one's amber. Your highlights are your, like your concealer. So we're going to do the next brightening highlight shade. So that's going to be like your concealer and to cover any sort of redness. And then your main highlight, which is like your foundation. So normally you get your liquid foundation, put it all over your face, and then maybe put on some blush or bronzer. But you look so flat that way. So our faces are supposed to be 3-dimensional. The contour goes everywhere that the natural shadows of your face would be. So we're just accentuating what you have. And it just brings so much more life to your face when you do it this way. So yeah, in the winter, I am amber. And then in the summer, I am sandy. So kind of in between, like up until now, I feel like I've gotten whiter. I don't know what it is with February. Maybe it's all this rain or whatever, but I'm just like whiter than ever. So I'm like just pure amber, but sometimes I will mix the two and it's kind of in between. And then I'm going to go in next with my brightening shade. So this is kind of like the concealer. This is just going to brighten your eyes. So a couple different ways you can do this. I'm going to do it different on each eye just so we can kind of test out and see. So I'm going to go down the middle here and then up the side. And this is apparently, Nicole taught me, my friend Nicole, that this is like the eye lift look. So it's going to give that lifted appearance. Hi, Natalie. On this one, I'm going to do the typical triangle that like we've all been taught to do. And just see how this is going. Hi, Debbie. I hope our connection's okay. I keep seeing you come on and off. I don't know if you're still on or not. Okay, so this just has like a brighter look all over. And this one's kind of just in the main part here and then up. And then you also want to do that down the center of your face. So honestly, you guys, this takes me not even 5 minutes now. We call it the 5-minute makeup for a reason because it is so quick. Like normally you would be doing your foundation and then your concealer and your powder and your blush and whatever. Even if you have like a simple look, this is like the easiest. So I'm gonna be doing like a full face today just to show you and like showcase what these products are like. But even if you just want to do like a foundation and then a quick bronzer, it's the fastest makeup and it's so light and it's so blendable. Like I can't even explain to you how exciting this makeup is. This is why it's just snowballed. I seriously, you guys, I signed up and I was like, I'm just going to do like a post every now and then because I just like this makeup. And I just figured I'm just going to share what I love. But since I got it, it's like, oh my God, I just want to do another post. I just want to share it with somebody else. I just want someone else to discover this because it's so amazing. Like, okay, look, I know this looks crazy, but just seriously bear with me for another minute and you will see how good it's going to look. So next I'm just going to do a lip and cheek. So I've got all my colors here. You can tell this is the one my daughter got into. These dark ones here. Made a little bit of a mess there. And then I have these ones as well. So what am I feeling today? How long does the pan last? Okay, these tins last so long. Like these lip and cheeks will be at least a year, I swear. A lot of the foundations that you use, and like I use these every day, sometimes twice a day because I will do videos and I'll do different looks and stuff. They last anywhere from like 3 to 6 months maybe, I would say. And I've been doing this since the summer when I got my first highlight. I've only replaced it one time and it's going to be March soon. So it honestly lasts so long. And when it gets down to like, can you see this amount here and see how it's low? You can see the bottom. You put that on a pan or like your straightening iron and just melt it down. It'll all flatten down and then it's just like brand new. I mean, it's less product obviously, but it flattens down so that you can get every single last bit of this. Where was I? I'm like, oh, squirrel. I have the worst attention. It's so bad. But hopefully that answers your question. And then, yeah, like the contours last even longer because you really only use it in some areas. It's the highlights that you go through the fastest, but even that lasts like a long time. Okay, so I did the main things, and I was going to do the lip and cheeks. So I am going to go with, I'm going to do sandstone today because I haven't used it in a while. This one's just a little bit of a darker color, kind of like a maroon brick. I don't know, a maroon brick, is that even a thing? That's my explanation. This is why I'm not a teacher, is because I suck at explaining. And then I'm just going to put it on here. So I remember hearing lip and cheek, the term lip and cheek. I was like, that sounds weird. And I remembered when I was a kid and my mom used to say to use lipstick as a blush. And I was like, can't do that, it's lipstick. And now I'm like, oh, she was right. It's like the creaminess of it blends in and it's so nice. So I'm just going to blend it. Gonna grab my brush. Which brush am I gonna use? I'm gonna use this one. This is the blush and bronzer brush. Honestly, these brushes are so good. I'm gonna use this one here. So our different brushes give you different coverage. Like if you want fuller coverage, you would use maybe the buff brush, I would say, because it's denser. If you want just a lighter, maybe in the summertime or something, you might want to use this brush because it's just nice and light and fluffy. But I'm just going to blend it with this blush and bronzer. Starting with the lightest contour color, or sorry, not the contour, highlight color. I'm just going to blend that out. And you can do this anyway. Like there's no right or wrong and it's literally foolproof. So I'm just down below here and just blending it out, just dragging that brush around. So you can kind of dot it, you can drag it, it doesn't really matter. When you think cream, you would think that it would kind of move around your face, but honestly, you guys, it does not move around your face. It stays where it's supposed to, but it blends out so well. So I've done all the lightest parts of my face. I'm going to go with my contour now and my lip and cheek, and I'm just going to blend that out. And I'm going to blend it upward into my hairline rather than down because it's going to pull that color down, and you want to lift your face. And then with the contour that we put on the jawbone, I'm just going to bring it down a bit and blend that out. And then same with the other side. I think I'm going to go in and put a little bit more blush when I'm done this because I feel like I've been hanging out with Nicole. And she's a blush girl, so now I'm like converted. Full-on blush girl here. And bronzer. You do need this brush. This is a good brush. This is my second favorite because it's so like luxurious. And it's so nice. It's for your blush, for your bronzer. It blends, does it all. These brushes are the best because they're all double-ended. So it's basically like getting 2 brushes for the price of 1. Okay, so that's all blended out. I'm just gonna do a little bit more pink because I just can't have too much pink. So this is a trick that I learned a few days ago. Normally I put my blush here and just kind of put it in, but when you put it like up and above your cheekbone and put it up, it gives you a much more lifted look, which tell me one person that doesn't want more lifted face, okay? Tell me. If you say no, you're lying. Yeah, I called you a liar. Okay. I'm just messing with you guys. Don't get mad at me. All right, and then I'm gonna do just a little bit of the Bella bronzer. This Bella bronzer is the first cream bronzer that I've ever used, and I will never go back. All this makeup, I will never go back to anything else because it's so easy and lightweight, and it's like such a game changer. And I say that, and I don't mean to say it just to like say it, but honestly, you guys, game changer, capital letters, because it's so fast, it's so easy, it's so affordable. And if you think about it, like, you're supporting a smaller business too. Like, you're not going to Shoppers or Walmart or whatever, like Sephora. Like, Sephora doesn't need your money. Sephora doesn't even have. Oh, funny thing about this is that this makeup was supposed to be in Sephora in the first place. Last minute, the creator of this changed her mind and pulled it out because she wanted to be able to give direction, because people would probably see these cream tins in the store and be like, what is that? I don't know what that is. And it just wouldn't make sense. So that's why it's sold in this fashion, is because it allows us to teach you guys how to use it. And it might look complicated with all these steps, but honestly, I promise you it's not. You do it once or twice and you get the hang of it and you're like, wow, like, done. Like, you will be converted, I swear. Okay, so I just put on the setting powder. That's this one here. It's the Vanilla Dust setting powder. It is also available in a bundle so that you can get it with the brush as well. It's a different brush. It comes with this one. This is the powder brush. I label these because they don't actually have a label on them. But it's good because you can dab it in there. This is a really dense brush here. Dab it in and just kind of set it. So if you have under eyes here that you want to conceal, you dab on the setting powder underneath and it's not going to crease. So this is one of the biggest reasons that I bought Seint in the beginning, is because I'm a tired mom. I was sleeping like, I don't even know, I just wasn't sleeping. And I had like the bags under my eyes that were just not going away. So I'm like, I'm going to try this. I swear, I have tried every concealer known to man. Like, you name it, I've tried it, and they all suck. Because they would crease. Like, and I laugh and smile a lot, obviously. Like, look at these. And so it would always crease no matter what I did. This is the first makeup. I promise you, it does not crease. If for some reason it creases, you could just dab like this, but I've never even had to do that. After like a whole day of using it, still don't have to. So, I think that's what made me fully fall in love with it. So I'm just going to finish up this look with a couple other things. So, Seint also has a brow wax if you do your brows. So I'm just going to quickly do these, and then I'm going to do an eye look as well. So I did the basics of what the face is and the starter pack. So your 2 highlights, which are like your concealer and your foundation, your contour for the shadows of your face and to kind of give that definition, and then the lip and cheek. And the bronzer, I would say, too. Definitely get a bronzer. Even though it's like February, almost March, we're going to be coming into spring so soon, and you will want a bronzer. So I am going to show you, as soon as I find my brush, we'll use this one. So you can use this eyeshadow. This one is called Bird. It's called Bird. I can recommend if you want what shade you would be based on your skin tone, your highlights. Woo, that's a little bit scary. I'm gonna look like Uncle Leo. Okay, don't worry, I'm gonna make this better. Watch me fix this. Would you guys tell me if it looked like Uncle Leo and I just didn't say anything? That's the test of a true friendship. If somebody were to tell you if you looked so bad. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Uncle Leo? Seinfeld? Please tell me you do. Otherwise, you guys need to go and watch Seinfeld. When Elaine draws on his eyebrows and they're like super angry looking. Shows us like such a classic. Okay, anyway. The point of this is that I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow. So in here, I just have these eyeshadows. So does anybody want to pick one of these? Which one do you guys like? Should we do Graceland because it's so pretty and sparkly? I'm just going to be taking it off after I'm going to bed anyway. Unless anyone wants to go out. Does anyone want to go out? It's Friday. It's Friday. Does anybody go out anymore? Guys, I went out last weekend for the first time in like over a year. Probably like a year and a half, let's be honest. And I had the best time. It was so flippin' fun. The next day was not fun. Okay, so super quick eye. I'm going to show you how long this takes. Literally, it's going to take probably 2 minutes. So I'm just going to go in and start with a neutral color. This one's called Sabrina. And I'm just going to go over the eyelid. I'm not kidding when I say 2 minutes. Like, sometimes it takes people like an hour to get ready, and it blows my mind. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing for an hour? And then I'm going to go over top with Soulmate, because it's so sparkly and shimmery. It's so beautiful. A bit more. And then I will do Graceland. So this one is the super, super sparkly one. This is like glamming it up to the max. Like, I'm wearing this the first day that we're allowed to actually go out and socialize and be around friends. And I'm going to hug everybody. I'm going to hug everybody and I'm going to wear glittery eyeshadow. Those are like my two things. My two things I'm excited to do. Okay, and then Unicorn, which is, if you have seen any of my videos, you know is my favorite. I'm going to put that just in the center of my eyes and then in the center of my eyelids. And I'm almost done. You can hear me rustling around for my brushes. And then I'm going to go in with Lullaby, and I'm just going to do a little bit of smoky just by doing the little windshield wiper look. I'm going to show you one more little hack that I just learned from my friend Symphony when I watched one of her videos. So you just kind of dot it on, swipe it like a windshield, and then you want to make sure the shape of it is right. So you're going to come up as if you're going to the edge of your eyebrow. And my hack now, if I can find a clean brush, I'll use this one. So this is a double hack I'm going to show you. So this hack here is from my friend Symphony. So she just has a little skinny brush. She gets her main highlight and then she just sharpens this out by putting the line up here, and then we're just going to blend it a little bit just to give that sharper look here on the eye. Like, so good. I've seen people where they put the little piece of tape to get that sharp look, but this one works so good because it is that cream makeup. So that's Symphony's hack that I'm passing on to you. The other hack is same brush, same little skinny brush, and you're just going to go in with your brightening highlight, which mine is Linen. And this one is from Megan, one of my mentors, and you just go along the waterline, and that's just going to make your eyes pop. And seriously, up until like last year, I did black eyeliner. Like every single day I did black eyeliner here. And then I realized, looking back on all of my photos, how small my eyes look. So this is my new thing. I am hot, by the way, so like it is super, I don't know why, but my heat is on behind me and I'm roasting. So my cheeks are extra red. I didn't put, if anyone's just joining, I'm not wearing like that much blush. It's just like roasting hot behind me. Anyway, Guys, this is the simplest makeup, and that's it. So, oh, you know what I didn't do? The last thing. I feel like I just want to play with all of this and put it all on. So I'm just going to do a little dab of this illuminator on my cheekbone here and up. So if you guys are wondering what your shades are, you probably don't want to just guess in order. Just send me a selfie because I will color match you. It takes like 2 seconds and then you have your shades. I'm not going to bug you to purchase. It's all about if you want to or not. But yeah, send me the selfie and I'll tell you how in a second. And then I'll send you what your colors would be. And then you can just go on anytime you want in order. So, whew, this unicorn eyeshadow is really popping. Okay, so if you want to get color matched, what you do is you just take your phone, wait until it's daylight, so don't do it tonight. Go stand in front of a window. I turn around because there's a window behind this backdrop. So find a window, put your arms straight out so that the light is on you, but not like directly on you. Just have like natural daylight on you. Snap a selfie and make sure your neck is in the photo as well because I want to be able to see what your neck color is. And then make sure you're not wearing any makeup. Super important. And that there's no lights on behind you. So turn those lights off, stand in front of the window and snap that selfie and just send it over and then I will let you know. I was going to put an order in tonight, but I'm going to wait for a couple of people. So tomorrow I will be putting an order in probably midday. So let me know if you want to jump on board. If you are in the Souk area and I can order it for you. If you want to e-transfer or you can just order yourselves and I can also deliver. I can't remember if I just said that. Anyway, it's Friday night. I'm going to get this makeup off now and get my kids to bed. So hope you all are having a good night. Happy Friday and have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you for joining me.